Hello everyone. In this presentation, we will be covering specifically the thoracic vertebrae and its bone features. The thoracic vertebrae is located right over here in the thorax region. There are going to be 12 thoracic vertebrae, and they do have all of the bone features that most of the vertebrae have. So if we look on this image, they will have a body or a centrum. They will have a long, slender spinous process that now starts to point down a little bit. They will have a superior articular facet, and therefore they will also have an inferior articular facet. On the images here to the right of the specific vertebrae, we can see that these will have a spinous process. They will also have a transverse process, which I did not mention on the image over here, but this would be your transverse process. It will have a vertebral foramen in the middle, because all have to have a vertebral foramen, as that will be the hole where the spinal cord passes through, so it makes sense that all vertebrae has a vertebral foramen. It will have a body right over here. It will have a superior articular facet, and on an inferior view, we can actually see the inferior articular facet right over there. So these are the common bone features that the thoracic vertebrae share with other vertebrae as well. On the next slide, we're going to be covering the bone features that only the thoracic vertebrae have. Due to the fact that the thoracic vertebrae are located in the thorax region, they will articulate with the ribs. There are 12 ribs, and like I said, there are 12 thoracic vertebrae. So every rib will be articulating with a thoracic vertebrae. And how do they articulate? Well, there are specific bone features of the thoracic vertebrae that will articulate with the ribs. First, let's look at the bone features that are located in the ribs themselves, so that makes it easier for us to understand. There's going to be this structure over here that's called the head, and the head will be located posteriorly. So right down over here. Then there's a neck, and after the neck there's a bump that's called a tubercle. And then the ribs swing and they come to the front, where they will articulate with a cartilage that's present in the sternum, which is your chest bone, that's going to be located anteriorly. Notice over here how in the posterior part of the body, so the posterior part of the body right over here, there's going to be an indentation where the head of the rib will articulate. And this is called the superior costal facet. Costal means ribs, costillas. So superior costal facet. If there is a superior, there will also be an inferior costal facet, which we can see right over here. So here's your superior costal facet on this vertebrae, and down here is your inferior costal facet. And this rib is articulating with the inferior costal facet of the superior vertebrae, and also a little bit with the superior costal facet of the inferior vertebrae. Now, as the rib continues, the tubercle will articulate with an indentation that's present in the transverse process. So this indentation is going to be called the transverse costal facet. And we can see on this image as well, here's the neck. This would be the tubercle. This indentation right over there is the transverse costal facet. So there are 3 costal facets that are only present in the thoracic vertebrae. They are the superior costal facet, an inferior costal facet, and the transverse costal facet. And these are only located in the thoracic vertebrae to be able to articulate with the ribs. In addition, we can add here that the vertebral foramen will be the mid-size compared to the cervical and the lumbar, because it's the one in the middle. So it will be smaller than the cervical vertebrae, but larger than the lumbar vertebrae, and the opposite is true for the vertebral body. So this vertebral body from the thoracic vertebrae, it will be larger compared to the cervical vertebrae, but it will be smaller compared to the lumbar vertebrae.